Hello everyone and welcome to this full review of Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. You've probably seen my previous video about voice search, so I'm not gonna cover it in this video. But feel free to check it out if you want more on how voice search works. I'm not gonna also cover the boot animation. There's probably a lot of videos already on YouTube about this, so just check them out if you want to see the boot animation. And I'm gonna directly go into the lock screen. So the lock screen is pretty much the same as Ice Cream Sandwich, minus the fact that now we have this pattern instead of the circles, and also you have a direct link to Google Now, plus the classic pictures and unlock. It's actually already in the camera app. Okay, so here I am on the lock screen. So lock screen is pretty much the same as Ice Cream Sandwich. You have this little gray bar instead of the transparent text box from the Ice Cream Sandwich launcher. So first thing I want to talk about is Project Butter. Project Butter is the Google's project to help into the response of the screen, the smoothness and the response to touch. And it is a huge success, I must say, because it really feels natural. It's almost scary because nothing has ever been as responsive as the Galaxy Nexus is now. Actually, as soon as you press, it immediately pops up. It's all smooth. When you slide pages or whatever you have, it's smooth. It responds under your finger. There's no delay. I don't know if it's really visible in the video, but to use it's really awesome. It's really great to use. I just love it. I can't wait to see this on other devices such as a Galaxy S2 or Galaxy Note, or even tablets running the Tegra free. Okay, so that's for Project Butter. I ran a benchmark on NQ2, and this doesn't help the score actually, but overall it feels really smooth compared to what you could experience with Ice Cream Sandwich. Let's do a quick comparison. I don't know if my Galaxy Note is up. Yes, it is. So let's take a quick example. So here we have my Galaxy Note, and here my Galaxy Nexus. So I'm going to take both. And as you can see, there's way more delay between the moment I move my finger and conceptually the screen is kind of chasing my finger. Whereas on the Galaxy Nexus, you really feel like it's really moving under your finger. It's really great. So that's for Project Butter. Let's go ahead in the Settings app. So the Settings app is pretty much the same as you could have in Ice Cream Sandwich. The on-off buttons get a little reshaping. Inside of them, the menus are pretty much the same. There's no support for WPS. For those on the French free Wi-Fi network, I didn't have time yet to put back my SIM card into my Galaxy Nexus and test the EAP SIM connection. Don't know if it works, probably. I'm gonna give you more about this later on when I get a chance to test. Also, you can add immediately the networks here. You have directly shortcut buttons, which is really great. So that's for Wi-Fi. Bluetooth works the same. All the other menus is pretty much the same. The only change in the settings menu is actually the accounts that are now immediately on the settings app, so you don't have to go into the accounts menu. You have directly your Google account or enterprise account or Microsoft Exchange account immediately into the menu. So just tap on it and you get all the information about your account status. And also, last but not least, the Jelly Bean kind of Easter egg. Isn't this beautiful? So with those little beans floating around on the screen, it feels really childish, but it's great. So another thing you might have seen is the new transition animation. So when you open up an app that is on the bottom or the right of your screen, it will pop up from the right of your screen. If you open up something that is on the top of the screen, it will pop up from the top of the screen. The same applies when you, for example, get another app from an existing app. Let's say I'm gonna get directions from voice search, and you can see that the Maps app will pop from the bottom to the middle of the screen. Directions to Paris.
Getting directions.
So here, get directions, and hop. The Maps app comes from the bottom, and it really helps into knowing what happens inside of a system. So instead of having screens popping up with that transition animation that is really well known in Ice Cream Sandwich, you know that this is a totally different app coming, you know that this is an app coming from your home screen, you know that this is just another intent from the same app. So for example, if you go in the settings and if you open up this, you can see that it comes from the middle, knowing that it's the same app that is doing this new window. But if you open up, if the app opens up another app, then it will come from the bottom, so you know it's a different app that is running. So these are really little things, but it really helps for Lambda users to know more about what is actually happening inside of your phone. Next thing I want to show is Google Now. So unfortunately I haven't used much my phone, so Google Now doesn't know a lot of things about me. But normally it should remember where you go to work, what train you usually take, what bus you usually take, and it automatically remembers you in how much time your bus comes, how much time from work to home, etc. So check out the Google I/O video for more details about this. There's also little things here and there in the Play Store. For example, if you type the name of an app that you already have, let's say I'm going to type XDA. If I get to type it, XDA, and when my Wi-Fi connection will load it, please, don't hold, come on. Here we go. So when you type XDA or the name of an app that you already had, you can directly tap into the name here in the search bar, and immediately takes you to the app page. Another thing that is really subtle but is really cool, when you install an app, oops, it's a screenshot. Install an app, just wait for it to download. Instead of just having an icon popping up from nowhere onto your home screen, you now have a little animation telling you that you just installed this app and that it appeared on your home screen. So take a look closely at it. Just waiting for it. Here you go, and look closely when I go back to my home screen. The icon popped up with a little zoom in animation just to know that you just installed this app and it got added to your home screen. Next thing I want to talk about is the new notification bar. So actually you can wrap up or down your notifications. You can again swipe them, and now developers have a chance to give a priority to the notification, so you don't have notifications fighting onto your notification drawer. They all have an order, and it's really way cleaner. For more details about the notification screen, also just check the I/O. They have way more examples than I do. Next thing is the camera app. So there's not a lot of change here, but if you now swipe from the right, you can actually see the latest pictures you've taken. If you zoom out, you can see all the pictures you've taken, and you can actually swipe them to delete them. And of course, you can undo to recover the picture you've deleted. The browser also got a lot of enhancements. Now it's way faster. Actually, it's as fast as my Galaxy S3, sorry. So even with less power, less CPUs, less cores, it is as fast, if not faster, than my Galaxy S3 actually. So it's a huge enhancement on the browser performance. It's really great. Also, the other thing I want to demonstrate is offline voice typing. So Google said during their keynote that it was only available in a few languages. Luckily, I found that there's already a lot of languages available. Just let me show you. Okay, here we go, settings. So you've got voice here and download for offline voice speech recognition, and you got a lot of German, Spain, English, Italian, Portuguese, and a lot of other languages that you can already download. And let's give it a try. So it works less good than online, so I don't know if people will really use it offline, so I'm just gonna disable my Wi-Fi. There you go. And I'm gonna dictate a text. Hi, how are you today? Question mark. So as you can see, I don't know if, there you go. Well, kept listening to me. So it works pretty great. So let's do a few more words. The weather is really sunny here. I wish you were here. So it might be maybe my accent that is not really great, but well, I found out that online voice recognition works a bit better than offline. It's still pretty useful if you're in a car and you don't have network coverage. Well, let me quickly check my checklist to see if I forgot anything. Camera, navigation, browser, new animation, settings. Yeah, we've pretty much done it. Besides from that, the people and phone app didn't change a lot. Actually, they didn't change at all. Still exactly the same that you can find in Ice Cream Sandwich, with the exact same settings and the exact same thing. And well, there's a lot of refinements here and there. So, for example, when you delete an app, you now have the ability to, well, you have a new design of the window when you install. You have this little window popping on the screen, and you don't have this big thing popping on the full screen anymore. So that's great. Also, there's all the latest Google Plus and YouTube and a lot of different apps enhancements that Google has delivered with the beginning of the Google I/O. Well, that's pretty much about it. If I forgot anything, feel free to say it to me, and I'll be glad to do a short video about it. Let's just ask one more thing to voice search. If I enable back my Wi-Fi, it will work a little bit better. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. Come on. Answer to life, universe, and everything. Well, I don't know what I did. It used to work pretty well, and it gave me 42 like it should. Answer to life, the universe, and everything.
The answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42.
Here we go. So as you can see, there's still a lot of refinements to do in voice search. It doesn't immediately get what you say if you don't say it in a very specific way. Most of the time it works pretty great, and it knows. I tried to ask, does a woodchuck, or does how, well, the joke about check woods, but you're limited in the number of words you can say, so you can't actually do this joke with voice search. Well, that's about it for Android Jelly Bean. Hope you enjoyed the review, and feel free to ask me if I forgot anything. And well, see you next time.